All right, hi folks. This is Larry Mussolino. I'm recording a video for Math 110. This is for the summer 2020 semester. I want to give you a quick course overview. I want to show you where things are located in Canvas. Also explain the grading and how the homeworks and exams work. All right, so folks, we're going to be covering chapters 2 to 6 in our textbook. We're going to be using a system called WebAssign for online homeworks and online exams. In the course, I'll explain more about that in a little bit. I'm going to be holding optional homework review sessions on Fridays at 1 p.m. using Zoom teleconferencing. These are totally optional. You don't have to attend. If you can't attend, I'll record all the sessions. You could go back and watch the recording later. Also, if you have any homework problems that you'd like me to review, please feel free to send those to me ahead of time, and I'll be sure to include those as part of the review session. You'll be taking a midterm and a final exam in the course. These are going to be proctored using Zoom conferencing. I'll explain more about that later. Let me come over here to modules, and let me come over here to the syllabus. I'll do a very quick overview of the syllabus, and I'll go into more details in a minute in a course overview file, but here's our syllabus. So folks, when you go into WebAssign for the first time to register, you're going to need a course code. Here it is. So keep that handy when you register. Folks, here's the weighting in the course. So you're going to be working on WebAssign homeworks. There's going to be one homework for each section in the textbook. That'll be worth 15%. You're going to be taking 5 tests in WebAssign. These are 1 test per chapter. Those are 7% each, so that's 35% of your grade. And then a midterm exam, it's going to cover chapters 2, 3, and 4. That's worth 25%. And then a final exam, comprehensive, that'll be worth the other 25%. All right, I'm going to scroll down to the calendar. And folks, this is going to show you the breakout of what we're going to be covering each week for the 6 weeks of our summer semester. So you can see the first week, we're basically going to be covering chapter 2. Then there's going to be homeworks that are due on Sundays. So all of the homeworks in the course will be due on Sundays. Then you're going to be taking a test on Mondays. And I'll explain more about this in just a few minutes, but I just wanted to show you this is a calendar. Please keep this calendar handy. Mark down these due dates, and I'll show you these due dates are also published in WebAssign. All right, I'm going to come over back to modules, and I want to come to this course overview file because I've extracted most of the important information out of the syllabus into this overview file. So let's take a look here. Folks, here's my cell phone number. Feel free to call or text me anytime you need help in the course. So folks, we're going to be covering chapters 2 to 6. Basically, in any calculus course, there's 2 main topics, working with derivatives and integrals. So we'll be looking at applications of both derivatives and integrals. Both of these topics rely on this fundamental idea of a limit. So in chapter 2, we'll introduce limits and talk more about how those will be used or applied to working with derivatives and integrals. Folks, our textbook is called Applied Calculus by Tan. You don't have to purchase a hard copy of the textbook because the textbook is online. It's included as part of the WebAssign Access. You do have to purchase WebAssign Access. All of the homeworks and exams are taken in WebAssign. Here's that course code you'll need. There's a separate handout on registering in WebAssign. I'll show you that in just a minute. Folks, when you go to register for WebAssign, it's going to be around $90 to $100. That is going to include homeworks, tests, the textbook, and many excellent videos. And also, you get a 2-week free access at the start of the class. So even if you're not ready to purchase the access right away, you could still go in and get started in WebAssign. Folks, you don't need a graphing calculator for this course. Graphing calculator would be helpful, but not required. You can use a free online graphing calculator. if you would like. And one calculator I use in many of the videos is called desmos.com. That's a free online graphing calculator, so feel free to use that. Also, calculators are not used on any of the exams, nor the midterm or final exam. So you don't need to go out and purchase a graphing calculator. All right, again, folks, you don't need to purchase the hard copy of the textbook. You can get an online version of the textbook included with WebAssign access. If you do want to purchase a hard copy, some students like to have a hard copy, feel free to purchase a used copy. That should be fine for our purposes. Okay? You can either go to webassign.com or you can go to the Cengage Brain website to sign up. Probably easiest just to go to webassign.com. Again, you'll need this course code. It should be about $100. Here are the step-by-step instructions of registering in WebAssign. Folks, here's the grading scheme I mentioned. So again, there's going to be a homework assignment for each section. Those homeworks are designed for unlimited attempts. So you should be able to go back and keep working in the homework to get 100% on those. There's some built-in help resources. You'll take 5 tests in WebAssign. Those are going to be timed at 2 hours. Talk more about that in a minute. And then there's going to be 1 midterm and 1 final exam in the course, and I'll go over that more in a minute. Okay, folks, here are some keys to success in Math 110. The biggest key is working in the homework assignments. Please keep up with the homework assignments. Work those very carefully and completely. Make sure you understand the homework problems thoroughly. You're going to see that the tests are all based on the homework, and the midterm and final exam are also based on the homework problems. Folks, most times I see students struggle when they wait until the last minute. Please keep in mind these homeworks are going to take multiple hours to complete. Plan to devote some amount of time each day to the homeworks. Don't start the homeworks late on Sundays. You're going to see all these homeworks are due on Sundays. Sometimes I see students logging in, late in the day on Sunday to get started. It's not a good idea. You're going to run out of time. You're not going to give yourself enough time to get help. There's going to be a lot of videos in WebAssign. I'm also posting videos in Canvas as well. Videos in WebAssign are nice. They're going to show worked out step-by-step examples. You also have free tutoring, folks. There's a 24/7 tutoring program available. It's totally free. It's called tutor.com. It's available in the left-hand menu in Canvas. So if you come here in the left-hand menu, click tutor.com. You could come here and select a subject called calculus. You would click here on Connect Now. That would connect you with a live person, and they could assist you with any questions you might have. It's nice that it's available 24/7. So even if you're working, at some odd hours, you can still get help. All right, folks, a reminder, this is a 6-week summer course, but it's really the normal 15-week course condensed down. So we're going to be moving more than twice as quickly through the material. What that means is you must be prepared to devote a significant amount of time each day to the course. This is not a course where you can just work on Saturday or Sunday and expect to be able to catch up. That really is not going to be successful. My suggestion is to devote at least 2 to 3 hours per day for the reading in the textbook, the homeworks, the videos, and so on. During some weeks, you're going to see that there are 6 or 7 separate homeworks due. So it'd be a good idea there to break it up and maybe try to do 1 homework per day during the week. Okay, again, please don't procrastinate or leave the homeworks until Saturday or Sunday, because you'll definitely run out of time. Folks, this course assumes you have a good background in algebra, so you should be comfortable with things like graphing equations, solving linear equations, solving quadratic equations, finding intercepts. There is a file posted in Canvas called Pre-Calculus Review. Please look that over. It'll be a good refresher. There's some good worked out examples in that file. So please carefully review that before this course starts, just to make sure you're up to speed with algebra topics. Folks, please make note there's no extra credit available in the course, but the homeworks are designed that you could go back and improve your scores. So even if you get a homework problem incorrect, you can go back and redo it an unlimited number of times. So theoretically, you can achieve 100% on the homeworks. That's intended to give you the practice you need to do well on the exams. All right, folks, just a comment on academic integrity. You know, when you're taking an online course like this, you must be cognizant of academic integrity. It means you can't get any outside help when working on the homeworks or exams. And you can certainly get tutoring help. There's nothing wrong with that. You can work together with other students, but you must do the homeworks and exams yourself. You can't have anyone else completing homeworks or exams. That's clear violation of the academic integrity policy. You would fail the course if you did any of those violations. Folks, WebAssign has some pretty sophisticated monitoring built in. It monitors IP addresses, so if someone else were to take homeworks or exams, that would be detected by WebAssign, and I would be able to know that and take action based on that. Folks, out of fairness to all students, no late work is permitted. I can't give extensions to some students and not give extensions to others, so generally there's no extensions. Of course, if you have some unusual occurrence, medical condition, family emergency, and so on, of course, I'll work with you on those, but you must have documented evidence for those. So if you have any scenarios such as that, please make sure you provide some documented evidence. Folks, here's that calendar that was in the syllabus. So again, use this as a pacing guide. So what this is trying to tell you is at the start of the week, you can work on these activities. In the middle of the week, work on these activities. Towards the end of the week, work on these activities. Notice on Sundays are the due dates for the homeworks. For example, on May 24th, there's going to be 5 homeworks due. This is section 2.1, 2.2, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6 homework, all due May 24th. There's also going to be a practice test available in Canvas that you can look over. Then notice on Mondays, there's chapter tests due in WebAssign. For example, on May 25th, that's a Monday, test number 1 is due that covers chapter 2. Okay, our proctored midterm exam is going to be Tuesday, June 9th at 1 p.m. That's going to be held using Zoom teleconferencing. If you can't attend for whatever reason, let me know that. We'll work out some alternate arrangements. Folks, here's a listing of all the due dates. These are the homework due dates here. These are the test due dates here. Here's the midterm exam. Here's the final exam. Folks, please mark these due dates on your calendar. Please don't, miss any of these due dates. Again, there's no late work permitted. Folks, when you go to work on the homeworks, these are all going to be done online in WebAssign. You're going to see there's 1 homework for each section of the textbook. These are not timed, and you get unlimited attempts for each question. These are considered open book, open notes. There'll also be built-in help resources like read it or watch it. There's also going to be videos available. I'm also posting videos in Canvas. I'll show you those in a minute. Remember, you can use tutor.com as needed for extra help. And also in the homeworks, you're going to see there's a button that's called Ask My Teacher. So you can always use Ask My Teacher. That sends me an email, and I can get back to you with some guidance or assistance. Keep in mind, all the homeworks are due Sunday evenings at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay? Folks, you'll be taking 5 exams in WebAssign, 1 exam for each chapter. These are going to be timed 2 hours, 1 attempt only, 15 problems. They're considered closed book, closed notes, and use of a calculator is not permitted. So be sure to thoroughly work through all of the homeworks ahead of time. Please be sure to work through all of the homeworks. The exam problems are really based on the homework questions. So you're really not going to see anything new or different in the exams. It's going to be problems very similar to the homework. You're also going to see there's a practice exam with solutions posted in Canvas. So it's going to be a good idea for you to work through that practice exam before you take the actual exams. And please make a note, the exams are going to be due on Monday evenings at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, folks, there's going to be one midterm and one final exam in the course. These are going to be taken in WebAssign, but these are going to be proctored using Zoom teleconferencing. Here's the date for the midterm, Tuesday, June 9th at 1 p.m. The final exam, Friday, June 26th at 1 p.m. The midterm is going to cover chapters 2 through 4, final exam, comprehensive all material. If you can't attend at these times, let me know that. We'll come up with some alternate arrangements. These exams are going to be about 20 problems, 2 hours. Again, these are closed book, closed notes, no calculators. These exams are going to be very similar to homework problems. Again, also, folks, you're going to see I'm going to post a chapter summary for each chapter in Canvas. You can use those chapter summaries when taking these exams. So I'm not going to ask you to memorize a lot of formulas in this course. You'll be able to use these chapter summaries, but you are going to have to know, of course, how to apply the formulas and other concepts that you might see on the chapter summaries. I'll talk more about the midterm and final exams a little later, but just to let you know the setup, when you go to take the midterm or final exam, you're going to use your smartphone. You'll log into Canvas, and on the left-hand menu, you'll see Zoom. You'll click on a Zoom meeting link. You're going to enable video on your smartphone and then point your smartphone camera at your desktop and computer. So you're going to be recording an image that looks something like this. I'm also going to ask you to show ID at the beginning of the testing program so I can confirm it's really you taking the exam. Then you're going to use your laptop or desktop to log into WebAssign and work on the exam. There's going to be a password for the exam, and I'll give you that at the beginning of the meeting, okay? Of course, don't bring up any other websites when taking these exams. You're not allowed to use a calculator. Of course, don't get any outside help. You can use scrap paper, and you can use the chapter summaries. Folks, when you're working in WebAssign, what you're going to see is when you bring up a problem, some problems are multiple choice. Most problems are going to be where you have to type in an answer yourself. There's going to be a button called Read It. That help button opens up the textbook to the section where this concept is being discussed. Watch It brings up a short video that will show a worked out example. So feel free to use these help buttons as much as you would like. When you want to access the textbook in WebAssign, when you go in WebAssign, you'll see a link for our textbook. Click on that, and then you can select any one of the chapters in the textbook. Also, let me show you how to access the videos. When you click up here where it says Media, if you click on Media, you can select Chapter 2 Media, Chapter 3 Media, and so on. And then each one of these is a video that you can watch that would be very helpful. They show worked out examples and explain the concepts in a very easy to understand way. So definitely please check out those videos. You can also go to YouTube and search on any concept in the course. You'll find many, many videos available on YouTube. Folks, in WebAssign, there's also something called a study plan, a personal study plan. This is totally optional. It's ungraded. So this is ungraded extra practice. This is just for students that want, extra problems to work on, but it's ungraded, does not count. Folks, if you need help using WebAssign for whatever reason, here's their phone number. Feel free to contact them. Their tech support is actually pretty good, and they can usually resolve any problems very quickly. All right, folks, I want to show you that for each section, there's a PowerPoint file in Canvas that has some homework hints. I'm also recording a video for each section. I'll show you that in a minute. There's going to be a chapter summary for each chapter, and then there's a practice test for each chapter, okay? There's also videos in WebAssign, as I just showed you. Folks, also, I'm going to be holding these optional homework sessions Fridays at 1 p.m. Feel free to attend. but if you can't attend, I'll record them. You can watch them later. There's going to be peer tutoring. I'll send you more details on that once I receive them. I mentioned this tutor.com. Please use that. Totally free, 24/7 tutoring help. There's a website, khanacademy.org. Has many excellent calculus videos, so you can definitely check that out. Folks, let me go back to Canvas. I want to come here to modules again. First, let me show you Zoom. So if you click here on Zoom, here are the optional homework sessions that you can join. Here is the link for the midterm exam. Here's the link for the final exam. So come here to Zoom and click on any of these meeting links at the appropriate day and time. There's a optional discussion board. Anytime you want to post questions, feel free to do that here in Canvas. And let me go back to modules. Folks, here's a file that will walk you through how to register in WebAssign. Here's that pre-calculus review that I mentioned. Then here is a PowerPoint for each section in the textbook. Let me just open one up to show you this. So this is going to walk you through with many examples. You might notice here are some WebAssign examples included. So what I do then is I take those PowerPoint files and I've recorded a video. So this is a video where I'm going to go through the PowerPoint files and explain the homework problems. So it's important that you watch those videos. Here's a chapter summary. So this is taking all the key concepts from chapter 2 and putting them together on just a couple of pages. Remember, you can use these chapter summaries when taking any of the exams. And then finally, I just wanted to show you that each chapter there's a practice test. Before you take the actual test in WebAssign, be very good to review these practice tests. You'll notice that most of these are questions taken out of WebAssign. So these are really WebAssign homework questions, and there are solutions in the back that such that you can check your answers. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I wanted to mention here. I think I've covered most of this. Please let me know if you have any questions as you're getting started in the course. And I look forward to working with you this summer. And good luck in the course.